YouTube, welcome back. Player Prop Savant here, back on YouTube for another free play for you. So we'll start out with our recap of 525. Unfortunately, Jason Tatum got hurt in the third quarter, so we weren't able to cash our first YouTube play. What sucks is we went 3-1 on free plays overall. Twitter ended up going 3-0. Sucks that we missed our first one, but I'm back for another one. We were working on this one early on in the day, got a ton of research in, but also want to recap what happened with our VIPs and stuff too as well. So started off really crappy. Tatum missed, and then Kyrie's points missed with the blowout. But we were able to cash 5 of our 6 late props. Paul George points over 25.5. Anthony Davis over 35.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Chris Paul was our only miss with 8.5 assists. I had the over. He did not go over. I think he still is kind of injured there. I thought we'd be able to have him pass the ball more, but they just used Cameron Payne and I think he ended up with 9 assists. And Paul still ended up with like 6. So tough read on that one. Thought we'd get a little bit more run. I can't believe they ran Payne that much, honestly. Booker over 28.5 points, which was our Twitter free play. That cashed. Kristaps Porzingis under 8.5 rebounds. That one cashed. And Luka over 28.5 points also cashed for us for the VIP over there. So today, we're going to go away from the NBA. After yesterday's injury, I'm gonna head over to the baseball diamond again, one of my favorite places to be. And we're gonna ride with one of the big dogs on the slate today, Tyler Glasnow, over 8.5 strikeouts. It's a plus money play, plus 105. And here is why I am going with that. So bear with me, a lot of numbers here. If you guys are actually looking for yourselves, all these numbers are gonna be via Fangraphs, and that's what I use for a lot of my strikeouts. And also like walks and stuff like that for batters and hit by pitches, all that stuff for pitchers. Okay, 6 out of 10 times is a hit for Glasnow. Last outing was absolute crap. He ended up giving up more runs than I've ever seen him. He just did not look like himself. But he's going against a Kansas City Royals team today who is in the bottom half for strikeouts. It was kind of scary looking at it initially, but at home versus on the road. Right now they're striking about 7.5 times per game on the road, almost 9 times per game at home. So, or on the road, my bad, sorry. But on the road, they haven't been as successful. Right now, they're playing obviously in Tropicana. Glasnow's numbers much better there. And he's striking out 12.63 guys per 9, which is 62 innings, 87 strikeouts. So if you equate it out, he's going to have to throw about 5.2 innings, 5 2/3 innings here to get us to this prop. The last 4 pitchers against the Kansas City Royals, they've been sputtering a little bit, but have played the Tigers. So bear with me on those. Mize ended up going 6. We ended up seeing 5, 6, and 8. 8 being last night against Rich Hill, who ended up getting 13 strikeouts. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Glasnow stuff's a little bit better than Rich Hill's at this point in his career. So now we're digging even further into these numbers. So the Royals are, like I said, lower on the end for strikeouts. But if you go into Fangraphs, like I said, and you look at their splits versus righties, here are what their strikeout number are on the projected lineup that I'm seeing for their last lineup against righties. And now that Mondesi is back off the IL. So we're going with Witt leading off with a 15% strikeouts versus righties. Santana, 23%. Perez, 25%. Benintendi, 22%. Soler, 32%. Mondesi, 33% from last year's numbers. Lopez is 18%. We're getting Michael A. Taylor at 31%. And O'Hearn at 37%. So those are just basic strikeout numbers for the whole season. Mondesi's was for last year. But now you're going against Glasnow, upper 90s. Absolute hammer of a curveball, one of the best arms in the league. I'm going to take the over 8.5 strikeouts with those numbers that we just saw from the Royals and just the nasty stuff that Glasnow has. And coming off a 14 strikeout game from Rich Hill, obviously not seeing the ball very well right now. So we're going to ride with a guy who, in my opinion, has the best stuff in the MLB right now, in Tyler Glasnow, over 8.5 strikeouts for our second YouTube play tonight. Let me know if you guys are tailing Unfortunately, like I said yesterday, we missed the Tatum, but it's time to bounce back and get you guys some cash. So let me know if you're tailing. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm going to try to post these as many times as I can. But have a great rest of your day, guys, and let's cash a ticket.